What's up, gold people? You ever have one of those days where you're having a fantastic Friday evening, you just went out for sushi, decide you're going to record a great gold video, and then you realize 50 minutes later after recording said video that you used the wrong monitor and your video is ruined? Well, that happened to me tonight. So we're going to make a really brief video, not as nearly as in-depth as our last one was, but hopefully we'll get across all the same information. So right into it. This vertical bar, this is the time that we last published or talked about gold. And what we were looking for was an hourly continuation. So lower lows, lower highs, that sort of thing. Until the trend changes, the trend is the same. And I had pointed out in that video yesterday that I was looking for trend lines. So one of the trend lines that I pointed out, I said two tops or two touches does not a trend line make. And that's very true. So I always do my trend lines at the tops of my greens, and somehow I neglected the fact that we had this nice doji right along that trend line. We had another rejection from that trend line right here. So this was actually a valid trend line. And unfortunately, because I blasted through that analysis and I didn't take the time to notice those things, I didn't manage to capitalize on the great break above the trend line. So what had happened was we came back down. We had another test of that. On the hourly time frame, rejected, another test rejected, close above, but rejected below. So this is a huge signal. And this is because we have this shooting star reversal pattern right at our trend line. We would expect more bearish movement after double rejections, a shooting star reversal, but we don't get any bearish follow through. Now, we don't get bearish follow through when you make a break on a significant line of resistance or support or a pattern. It suggests that the bears in this case, who you would expect to step in and control the price, simply aren't there and they aren't going to participate. Bulls see that and they capitalize on those situations. So here's our shooting star reversal. Instead of seeing bearish follow through, we see a spinning top. Again, testing and rejecting that trend line. Cautiously, the bulls step over and then they just explode out of the gate. Where are the bears? They're not there. And when the bears are not there, the bulls will just rampage. And that's absolutely what they did. They demolished everything here. And there's a couple of key supports that I want to look at, or resistances rather. So it's going to be a high of 1283, and I also want to look at 1286. I really want to focus on what happened at 1285 and 1286, and that is nothing. On the previous resistance I had below it, we did see some hesitation, so 1285, 1285, nothing really notable, just resistance. We did manage to peek through it, but we got shut down. What is important is how we reacted, or the lack of reaction rather, to 1285 and 1286. If we go to our 1 minute time frame and go back to these levels, you can see that the bull volume is picking up tremendously and almost exponentially until the point where we smash through the 1285 resistance. In fact, there's almost nothing there for resistance. We do see a hanging man, which is a reversal pattern, but it did not confirm. We didn't even get down to EMA touch. We just smashed through it. And once bulls saw that that was not a resistance, I took a crack at 1286. The rest is history today. They just went on an absolute tear. And we saw great consolidation, multiple opportunities on the 5 minute time frame for multiple bull flags, multiple EQs, great volume climaxes. Here's our volume climax and rejection. We saw another great volume climax on, I believe, the 2 minute time frame. You can go and look at those. So any of these big spikes, right? So here's a volume climax, consolidation, volume climax, consolidation. Great opportunities here. And then on the 15, we saw a great EQ develop right in here. So 15-minute equilibrium, 1300, 1296, bounced around, finally broke a key level and just took off again. Currently in another 5-minute EQ with a very, very wide range toward the end, but 1304. And we still have our low, 1302. Did not break that. So if we had been able to continue from this level, it would have been a great EQ opportunity as well. So what does this mean for us on the daily chart? Let's clean up this chart a bit. Man, I'm hoping I'm recording the right screen this time. Okay, so daily time frame, we saw our bear flag try to confirm. We did not get that confirmation. Obviously, our low of that 4 hour really held for us yesterday, and the great double bottom, triple bottom, if I recall correctly. And then we saw bulls just rampage out of the gate and just took things to a whole new level for us. 1303 is the current high. So on the daily time frame, looking good for daily continuation. That's what we want to see for our weekly chart. And we want to see continuation in the weekly because we've been so strong for so long. We've had 1, 2, 3 weeks of consolidation. We are now ready for the next leg. And hopefully this leg is going to take us into the area of 1340, 1350. Let's just call it 1345. I'm going to mark that here. That's important because on the monthly time frame, that is about where we want to be for our new lower high. So 1375, 1366, 1345, that would be perfect. What we would want to see is this drop down, setting our new higher low, come up, see some hesitation on the weekly time frame around 1345, curl back down, and continue that equilibrium. That's the ideal situation for us. Not necessarily sure that's exactly going to happen the way I describe it, but that's what I'm watching for based on what we're seeing here. We want to see 1, 2, 3, maybe another month till we get up there. And then calm down, see some indecision, see some signals of reversal, and see this chart fall all the way back down right over here by maybe say November. So it's a long way out, but that's sort of how we have to play these things. We got to watch our time frames. We have to know what we're expecting on the weekly and how that's going to influence the daily and how the daily is going to influence the hourly chart. It's all connected, so we need to be watching all of it. Right now, short-term continuation looks good for the upside. Have a good weekend, guys.